Okay, you can close your eyes, and those who want to do it with the beads can do it with the beads. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, we can begin today's session, and I can see that all three of you are doing a chanting very nicely. So keep that up, okay? All right. So in our previous session, we had done a revision until meditation, right? Now we have to revise the further topics, okay? So after meditation, the topic that we had discussed was on ghosts. Remember? That was a topic which was quite favorite to most of you. We were quite excited for that session. So we will do a quick revision on our ghost session, okay? So in the ghost session, what had we discussed? That what is one basic difference between ghost and human beings? What is something that the ghost lack and we have it? Yes, Athar. 1 minute. Yes.
Subtle body and soul. I mean, gross body.
Yes, they lack the gross body, right? So we humans, we have all three. Okay, we have our gross body, subtle body, and our soul. But the ghost, they lack the gross body. Okay. Then we had also discussed that, what happens if someone, what was the reason that someone becomes a ghost, or, they become that's because they do not complete their lifetime in this planet. Okay, they end their life before their destined timeline. So we had discussed this with an example that if someone is destined to live for around 100 years and they end their life at the age of 40 itself, so the remaining 60 years, how will they spend the remaining 60 years? They will still be here, but they will just lack a gross body, right? And what will they do? They will try to, they will try to enter someone else's gross body because they still have certain desires that they want to fulfill, right? And they will try to dominate that body. There will be certain changes on that person's body whom they will try to control. But whose body they cannot enter? There is certain, someone who's spiritually strong. So how can someone be spiritually strong? Who can tell me? Yes, Lakshita can say.
When a person prays to the gods
Yes.
sincerely, he will be the.
Yes. So, yes, pray to God. And in what form we can pray to God? We can do chanting. Okay, we can do shloka recitations that we do here. So in that way, what happens? These ghosts who lack a gross body, they do not get attracted to such people, because first of all, first reason why, the body is already strong. They know that such a person's soul is strong and cannot control it, so they will not want to enter. Okay, and even if they enter somehow, they will not be able to control that person, right? We had discussed that. Then after the ghost session, let me just see. Yes, this is all in ghost that we had discussed. And then, we had also discussed that why is it that, they appear to be very scary. Okay, we had also discussed this, right? But in reality, what happens? They are not scary. They are just playing with our imagination. Just like, when you fall sick or you have fever, you have you get nightmares like that, right? So ghosts also, in real, they lack a gross body. So how can they be scary? It's just that they create those images in our mind. That is why they appear scary. Okay. And yes, this is it. This was for some ghost. And after that, after a ghost topic, we had discussed on super consciousness. Now, in super consciousness, okay, in this topic, what did we discuss? That God, about the existence of God, and how He is the creator, He is the origin, the source of everything. Remember, we discussed that. And there was, one example through which God had explained, Lord Krishna himself explained why we cannot see him. If anyone can remember that example, it was an example. There was a shlok also based on that example, something related to pearls, the thread. Remember that example? Yes, Atharv. Okay.
Ma'am, if there is a their pearls are fallen down, we cannot put them back on the thread.
Yes, we cannot put them back on the thread, but the example was trying to say something else. Anyone else wants to try that why we cannot see God? And the reason he had explained that through an example. Anaga, you want to try? Okay. Yes.
Ma'am, because he is so invisible and when he comes also we can't see him.
Okay, but I've not got my answer till now. Arijit, your hand is also raised. You want to try? The example, which was on, there was a shlok also on this example. I'll give you a hint that, pearls are there, the thread is there. We cannot see the thread, but we see the pearl.
Let's say the slok, or do I have to say what's the example?
Sorry?
What are you asking me to do? Say slok or telling the example?
Example. If you can, explain the example more clearly. And the example was given for the purpose to explain us why we cannot see God. Or, like,
Cannot see God.
okay, I will tell you, okay? We will do a revision here. So what that shlok said, right? Just like in pearls, we have a pearl necklace. So we have these, the thread is not there, right? The thread is there, but can we see the thread? No, right? But the pearls are there and they are on the thread. So in the same way also, God, God is there. His existence is there. Just because we cannot see him, that does not mean he is not existing. Just like we cannot see the thread when they are on the pearls, that does not mean that they are not present. The thread is still there, right? So with this reference, God had explained that just like you cannot see a thread while it is on the pearls, similarly, you cannot see me. And the reason for this was also, we discussed further, because there are certain limitations. Yes, Sai Charan, you want to add something? Yes.
Ma'am, we can see only 20% of things.
Yes, that's correct. This is because we have limitations, okay? The human eyes can only see to a certain spectrum. Remember, we discussed the spectrum also, that till where we can see. We also discussed that what is the limitation of our ears. Only till 20 hertz we can hear. Beyond that, we cannot hear, right? We also discussed that we have not seen our great grandparents, but does that mean that they did not exist? They existed, right? So God exists, but there are only certain limitations to our sense organs due to which we cannot see him. Okay, that is what we discussed in super consciousness topic. Okay, let me just see if anything else is left to be discussed there. Yes, and there were certain examples of great scientists also that we had discussed in that session, how they also believe in the existence of God. Okay. And why we cannot see it, see God? Because there are certain limitations to our senses. And then we had also learned about the different types of pramans. There is Pratyaksh Praman, Anuman Praman, and Shabd Praman. Okay, that evidences. And which is the best of all? It's the Shabd Praman. Okay, and Shabd Praman is how we are following now. Shabd Praman means the scriptures that we follow. Okay. So basically, in that session, we concluded that God, He is the ultimate creator, he's the ultimate controller, he's the ultimate designer, and he's the source of everything. Okay. Then further on in the next session, we had discussed about karma. Remember? We had discussed about karma. Now, I want someone to tell me that how many types of karma are there and name the types of karma. Yes, Adiji.
Safe. So in the last topic you said about the God thing. I mean, because you said that God exists, but we can't see it since our body doesn't have limitations. How did Arjun or any of the other persons in that time able to see?
Because they weren't in Kali Yuga. There was a different Yuga, right? That time. And God, he had come in the human form that time as Krishna, right? That is why they could say, we are in Kali Yuga presently and we have certain limitations. Okay.
So if a person has over the limitations, like more than 30 years, he'll be able to see God.
Yes, if you see, if they have limitations, and how can we overcome these limitations? When people who do ultimate level of spirituality, they are able to feel the presence of God, and they also see them in different kinds of in their dreams. They do feel the presence. So you have to reach that level, like how to say, if you want to experience something, you have to gain a yes, you have to be qualified that to that level so that you can experience that.
But it's very, very hard.
Yes, it's difficult, but it's worth it also, right? If you get qualified enough. Now, who will tell me the types of karma? Okay, Anaga, you get very excited. You will just name the types of karma, okay?
Ma'am, there are 3 karmas and one is akarma, one is sukarma and one is vikarma.
Yes, very good. Now, Shraddha, tell me which is the best of all three karmas? Sukarma, karma, or vikarma? Which is the best?
Sukarma.
Yes, that's correct. Sukarma is what is the meaning of sukarma? It means good activities. Okay. Vikarma means bad activities. And what is akarma? Who will tell me what is akarma? Someone new who hasn't answered till now? Ashobhya and Atharva, can you tell me what is akarma? Okay, tell me what is akarma. Just
Ma'am, akarma means no good or bad.
yes, neither good nor bad. Okay, that is akarma. So, what are the examples of akarma? Examples of akarma activities. Yes, Atharva.
And meditation.
Yes, meditation, chanting, shloka recitation, all these are occurrence, okay? Then we had also discussed about the laws of karma. Now, who will name the first law of karma? Yes, Adrijit will tell me the first law, Atharv will tell the second law, and Anaga will tell the third law.
I don't know the first law, but I know the third law. I don't know
Okay,
which law, but I'll just tell the random law from any
okay, name any one law.
Karma cannot be neutralized.
Okay, yes, correct. That is the third law. Karma cannot be neutralized, meaning you cannot. What is the meaning of this law? It means like if you have done something bad, you have done a vikarma, a bad karma. Now you cannot say that I will do a good karma and I will neutralize my bad karma. Okay, you will get the results of your good karma and you will get the results of your bad karma. Okay. Now, Tharf, tell me what is name any
Karma
other.
is impartial.
Yes, that's also correct. That's another law of karma here, which means that even if you're a child or you're a grown up, karma does not do any partiality. And through what example we understood this? Through a very basic example, fire. Okay, if a child touches a fire, the finger still burns. If an elder person touches the fire, the finger still burns. The karma is not like, oh, the child does not know that the fire will burn her hand, so I will not burn her. Nothing like that. It is impartial. Okay. And we also understood with the example of rain. If a child is going out in the rain, a baby is also going, an elderly person, both will get wet. Okay. So, and one more law is left. Who can tell me? Whose hand is raised? Anaga, okay. Yes. One law is left. We have discussed karma is impartial. Karma cannot be neutralized. One more. In fact, the first law of karma that we discussed. Who remembers?
Karma.
I'll give you a hint. Okay, it is also similar to a Newton's law.
What is Newton's?
Newton also has certain laws of action, right? Newton is a scientist. Sai, do you remember the first law of karma? You can try. If you can explain in your own words, if you're not getting the exact words, it's okay. But try to explain the first law of karma. Remember the law that we discussed that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Remember? That was the first law of karma. Okay, this line, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. It is also a law of motion, which Newton had also discovered. The exact line you will find in your physics class when you go in higher studies, right? When you do your science, in your physics class, you will learn this. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction, meaning whatever action you perform, okay, you will get equal, nothing less, nothing more. Okay, we understood this with the help of Dhritarashtra's example. Remember, King Dhritarashtra, he had destroyed he had destroyed 100 eggs of a bird on his 50th 50th lifetimes back. And how did he get the reaction of that? He also lost 100 sons, exact 100 sons. So there is equal and opposite reaction. Okay, till here it's clear, till karma. Then in karma, furthermore, we had also discussed about how we some people still get, some good people they experience bad results, and bad people experience good results. So that what happens because their past karmas have not been neutralized till now, it hasn't been balanced off till now. They're still facing the results of their past karma. In the past, maybe the bad people had done something good of which they're still getting the results, and the good people, we had understood this with the example of Ram and Shyam. Remember, there were two farmers, they had harvested, and Ram was still getting the results of his harvest, but Shyam was not getting. Okay, so that is because past actions take time to give their results. Okay. Furthermore, in karma, we had also discussed about two types of thinking. Okay, in karma, there are two types of thinking. Now, okay, Arijit's hand is already raised. Arijit, you'll just name them, okay? The two types of thinking, and Athar will explain me.
No, I was raising up for the that thing you said about the farmers.
Okay, what about that?
I was telling that I just realized something. So you remember the farmer that did work?
Hmm.
So 1 year he
Hmm.
did. So 1 year he got progress.
Hmm.
The other guy never got progress.
Hmm.
Second year also he got progress because he got food.
Hmm.
But the second year for the guy who was really still never got anything. The crop has
Yes.
to grow. No.
Yes. Okay.
You
So
see,
see.
that means 2 years
Hmm.
he wasted. That means
Mm-hmm.
2 years he have lived without food.
Okay. So
That's
see,
why.
here how the story was like this. So we'll take that. That was the first year for both of them. Imagine first lifetime, okay, for both Ram and Shyam. So Ram worked in his first lifetime. Shyam did not work in his first lifetime. Okay. So Ram and Shyam both did not have any past activities, right? So Ram got his results in that life only. Okay. Now in the next lifetime, Shyam worked, right? But Ram did not work. But Ram was still getting the results because it was not over till now. Okay, he was still getting the good results of his first lifetime. And Shyam, he has to get the, what to say, the bad results or the punishment for not working in the past lifetime. That's why he was still getting the bad results. Now, in the third lifetime, what will happen? Ram will not get because he did not work in the second one, and Shyam will get. So that's how it goes. Okay. Okay, so now tell me the types of thinking. Yes, Athar, you can tell me.
So one type of thinking is like I don't have anything in my hands. Everything is in God's hands. And one type of thinking is like I have everything is my hand. God does not do anything.
Okay, you explained them. Now, can you name them also? Which one is which? There were names to these types of thinking.
Ma'am, I don't know.
You remember the names?
I
Anyone
forgot.
remembers? No worries. Okay, you remember the explanation. Now you will know the names also. We will revise that. Anyone knows the names? Remembers the names of the types of thinking? Yes, Anaga, say.
Ma'am, can I tell the explanation?
Okay, explanation Atharv has told. Okay, that's correct. I'll tell the names. Okay, so the one type of thinking was Karma Veda. Okay, and one was Deveda. So what does it mean? Karma Veda, people think everything is in my hands. I am the controller of everything. And Deveda, they think nothing is in my hands. Everything is God's hands. And which is the correct type of thinking of these two? Someone new who wants to answer. Apart from Atharv, Anaga, Rijit. Yes, Lakshita, you can try.
Actually, I was not at that time, but I'm guessing that both are not correct. In some situations we should do one thing, and in some situations we should think in a different way.
Yes, very good. You know, you made the right guess. A mixture of both is good. You should have a mixture of both. That I will do my part. I will do my action. Okay, it is in my hands. Action is in my hands, but results is not in my hands. So I will do my karma, but I will not think about the results. That is what. Okay, that should be. It should be a mixture of both of them. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so that is what we discussed in karma. Okay, now there were certain shloks, in karma that we had discussed. So those shloks we will revise again today. Okay, like we had done in previous session also, and like how we always do. Okay, I will recite and then you will recite after me. I'll choose some who will recite and the rest will do it on mute. Okay, I'll just share my screen and let me know if it's visible. Okay, my screen is visible to everyone. Okay. Okay. Atharv, you will recite this after me, okay? And the others will do it on mute. Karmani ivadikaraste
कर्माणि वाधिकारस्ते
ma phaleshu kadachana
मा फलेषु कदाचन
ma karma phala heturbhur
मा कर्म फल हेतुर्भूर्
ma te sangostha karmani
मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्वकर्मणि
karmani ivadikaraste
कर्माणि वाधिकारस्ते
ma phaleshu kadachana
मा फलेषु कदाचन
ma karma phale heturbhur
मा कर्म फले हेतुर्भूर्
ma te sangostha karmani.
मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्वकर्मणि.
Very good. Now, what was the translation of this? This means you have the right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruits of the action. Never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activities and never be attached to not doing your duty. So this is just what we just discussed, that a combination of both is good, of karma veda and deveda, meaning you're doing karma veda, you are performing your duty, okay, but you're not entitled to the fruits. So don't think that I'm the controller of my results. I am the doer, but I'm not the controller of the results. And never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activities and never be attached to not doing your duty. Okay. Now we will move on to the next shlok. Annagao, you will recite this after me and the rest will do it on mute, okay? Yes.
I want to ask something about that two Ram and Sham's story.
Okay, you can ask now. Ask quickly.
Ma'am, when Ram was planting seeds, Sham didn't plant, but when Ram was he was not even doing anything. How did the plant grow?
No, the plant didn't. Okay, see, when Ram did not do his things, no, his plant did not grow. Okay, he still had the storage. of his crops from previous year. Now see, when you store crops, okay, you store it on a sack of bag, right? And whenever you take out the seeds, now you do not take it out from on top. Whenever you will see farmers, what do? They make a small hole on that sack, okay, and from that small hole the seeds come out or the crops come out, okay. So what is happening, that the results or the seeds that you got before, means the before those come out first, right? The new ones will come down later, right? Just like how you store sugar or you store anything like water also. When in a tank there is water and you switch on the tap, then which water will come out first? The one which is on the lower side of the tank, right? Now this is a complete tank. The water which is on this level will come out first, right? Which is on top will come out when it comes to this level, right? So same way, you will only get your results which are your old results, but your no new results will come up later. That's why Ram, he was still reaping the seeds of his previous
And in the
harvest.
next life, will Ram lose his results if he doesn't plant?
Yes, if he continues to not plant, then there will be a time when he will also not have any crops. Okay.
If Sham keeps doing every month,
And if Sham, he did his work, so he will get after some time he will get the results. Okay. For now, he was not getting any crops because he was being punished for not working. Okay. But once that punishment is over, he will also get the good results. Okay.
okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now this shloka you will recite after me. Okay. 3.21. Yat yat achirati shreshtas.
Yet achirasaisti shrestha
Tat tat evtaro jana.
tat tat ev vettaro jana
Sa yat pramanam kurute.
sayat pramanam purute
Lokastat anuvartate.
lokastat anuvartate
Yad yad acharati shreshtas.
yet achirasaisti shrestha
Tat tat evtaro jana.
tat tat ivataro jana
Sa yat pramanam kurute.
sayat pramanam kurute
Lok.
lokastat anuvartate.
Good. Okay. So, what is the translation of this shlok here? It is a great man. Okay. Whatever action a great man performs, common men follow. And whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. So, this year we're talking about great men. Okay. Now, all of you here, all of you who are joined in this session, 14 of you, you may idolize someone, right? You have an idol that I want to become like this person. We idolize someone, right? So who are they? They are great people who have already done certain actions which we like and which we admire. So this shlok, it's saying that whatever action a great man performs, common men follow. So, if you do good actions and you become great, common men will follow you, and whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. Okay. And there were few examples also here, like we had Janak Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada ji. Okay, so Janak Maharaj, he was Bata Sita's father. He was also a very great king at his time. Okay, he was loved by his devotees. In your story sessions, you must have discussed about Janak Maharaj also. And Srila Prabhupada ji, who's he? Okay, he's the founder of ISKCON. Okay, he was the greatest preacher. He not only preached about Krishna consciousness in India, but all over the world. He had preached about this. Okay, so if you do great deeds, if you become a great man, you will have people who will idolize you. Just like many of you may have certain idols, maybe a sports player or someone you idolize someone, right? It can be your elders also. So this is what this shlok is saying. Okay. Now we will move on to the next shlok. Arichit, you will recite this after me. Yes. Yada yada hi dharmasya
यदा यदा धर्मस्य
ग्लानिर्भवति भारत
ग्लानिर्भवति भारत
अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य
Adyagda adamansya
तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्
तदग्मादच्छिदन्दहम्
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य
यदा धर्मस्य
ग्लानिर्भवति भारत
ग्लानिर्भवति भारत
अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य
धर्मस्य
तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्
तदा मज्जन्सितारदम्
तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्
तदा नम्नं सृजार्जनम्.
Okay. So, what is the translation of this shlok? And it is a very famous shlok also, okay? You must have heard this, that Lord Krishna recites this shlok. What is the meaning of this shlok? Anaga, I'll come to you, okay? I know you want to say something. I'll come to you, okay, after this shlok. So, this shlok says, whenever and wherever there's a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself. Who is I here in this sentence? It's Lord Krishna. What is he saying? Whenever there's a decline in religious practice, meaning whenever there is a degradation, okay, whenever there's a decline in good deeds, okay, and there is too much of sins happening, then what do? Son of Bharata. Who is son of Bharata? Meaning Arjun, okay? And a predominant rise of irreligion, meaning a predominant rise of sinful activities. At that time, I descend myself means I come down to the planet. Okay, I descend from where? Because Lord God, they stay above us, right? So they come to what to do? To walk, to do something which we will see in the next shlok, the continuation of this shlok. To do what? Okay. So this is what Lord Krishna is saying, that after if there are too many sinful activities happening, then I descend myself. Okay. Yes, Anaga, you wanted to say something that time?
Can I tell 4.7 Loka?
You know it by heart?
Not by heart, ma'am, by seeing.
You want to recite?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, wait. I'll go back to that. Okay.
यदा
Yada
यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थान अधर्मस्य तदात्मानो सृजाम्यहम्.
very good. Yes. Okay. So you recited it good. You can learn it by heart also. Okay. Yes. Next shlok.
परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. You are mute, man. Mute, man. You are mute, man.
Okay, thank you. I was on mute. Okay. Yes, Shraddha did this very nicely. She did it herself only, but we will just practice this also for the others who will do it on mute, okay? So, Lakshita, you can recite this after me, okay? Yes. Paritranaayam sadhunam
Adityanam sadhanam
vinashaya च दुष्कृताम्
vinashaya saduttatam
धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय
dharma sanspataya de
संभवामि युगे युगे.
sammabhavi yuge yuge.
So, what is the translation of this shlok? It is to deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants as well as the re-establish the principles of re-religion. I myself appear millennium after millennium. So, millennium here means it's a timeline, okay? That many years, like millions of years together is known as millennium, okay? So, what is Lord Krishna saying here? It is a continuation of the previous shlok which we just did. That what did Lord Krishna say in the previous shlok? When there are too many sinful activities, I descend myself, right? To do what? To do this, to deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religions. Like since the religious activities decline, so I come back to re-establish it. Okay. I myself appear, and this happens after ages and ages. I keep doing this, okay? And there is a prediction also, right? That in Kali Yuga, he will come again, okay? He will come again as he will take Kalki avatar, and Lord Krishna will come, right? So yeah, see, there are certain in these pictures, there are certain examples wherein whenever there were activities wherein the common people they were in too much distress, Lord Krishna came. Okay, he came in different forms and saved them. Okay. See, there are so many this is the Mahabharata. These pictures, okay, you must have discussed these in your katha sessions. There are many stories wherein Lord Krishna, he comes in many ways to save the people who do good, okay, and to re-establish religious activities. Yes, now we will move on to the next shlok. Sai Sai Charan will do this with me. Sai, can you just raise your hand once so that I can unmute you? Okay, done.
Janma karma ka me divya.
Okay, I will recite it first, then you do it after me, okay? And the rest can do it in mute. Janma karma cha me divyam.
Janma karma ka me divyam.
Evam yovati tatvata.
Evam yovati tatvata.
Yakva deham punarjanma. Tyaktava deham punarjanma.
Tyatva devam punarjanma.
Neti mamiti surajana.
Niti mamati sarjana.
Janma karma cha me divyam.
Janma karma te divyam.
Evam yovati tatvataha.
Evam voviti tatvata.
Tyaktava deham punarjanma.
Tyatva deham punarjanma.
Niti mam iti suarjana.
Niti maniti sarjana.
Okay. So the translation of this shlok is One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. So he is saying, Lord Krishna is saying here that whoever experiences this transcendental nature of my appearance, means who sees my real form, okay, my real form, he will not take rebirth in this material world. All of us right now, we are in this material world, right? We are. So what do, it's only in the material world that there is this action of rebirth and, death and rebirth. But if someone who has attained God, who has seen his true nature, and how can someone do that? They have to qualify, like we just discussed, right? There are certain, you have to reach a certain level to experience God. So if you have done that, you will come back to my eternal abode. My eternal abode here means where Lord Krishna himself, he resides. Okay, that's what he's saying. You will be free from the cycle of life and death. Okay, this is, here he is trying to explain about what we know as moksha. Okay, we will discuss this in the upcoming classes also, the topic. Now, this is the transcendental appearance of Lord Krishna. Okay, that is transcendental appearance meaning his true form. Okay, these are, and these are the other, the avatars. You have, the Dashavatars, right, of Lord Krishna. This is the picture of the 10 Dashavatars. Okay. Now, in this transcendental nature of Krishna activity, there are a few activities here. In this picture, this is Lord Krishna. He is holding the Govardhan Parvat in his little finger. Okay. And here, while this, they had come to attack. There was this kind of creature who had come to attack. Then Lord, what happened? Lord Krishna, instead of, being harmed by it, instead, they were, he was controlled. He controlled them so nicely that even they started, moving or being controlled by him. Okay, so these are few examples of his activities. Now we will move on to the next shlok, and Viha. Viha, you will recite it after me. Yeah. Yes. Antakale च मामेवम्
Atkale
च माम् एव
samamveva
स्मरन् मुक्तव कलेवरम्
Smaran
स्मरन् स्मरन् मुक्तव कलेवरम्
Mahat Mukteva Kalaveram
य प्रयाति
Yarpradate
सामद्भावम्
Samaddavam
याति नास्ति
Yati Nati
अत्र सम्यायः शंसायः
Samshaya
अन्तकाले च मामेव
Antakali Mamche Samaveva
स्मरन् मुक्तव कलेवरम्
Mavet Nedi Muktarakalagavam
य प्रयाति समद्भावम्
Ya Pradati Sarvattam
याति नास्ति अत्र संशयः.
Yata Nasti Pradayata
Okay, good. So the translation of this shlok is, and whoever at the end of his life quits his body. Yeah, you can mute yourself now. I will, yeah. And whoever at the end of his life quits his body and remembering me alone at once attains my nature, of this there is no doubt. So at the time of death, if someone is remembering Lord Krishna and he at the time of when he's leaving his body, so what happens? He will attain my nature, of this there is no doubt, meaning he will return to my abode. Okay, and it is not very easy to have to remember Lord Krishna at the time of death, because at the time of death, what happens? You remember something which is very close to you. which is very close or something very prior to you. So if you have other desires, and you have not fulfilled them, so you will remember that thing. Oh, I have to take care of this, I have to take care of my I really like this, I will miss that, or how will this person live without me? So that should not be the remembrance or the thought process at the time of death. Okay, if at the time someone is quitting their body, if they remember God, remember Lord Krishna, then they will return to his abode. And to have that thing, to remember Lord Krishna at the time of death, it is what you have to do throughout the lifetime. You should also remember him every day. And through these little ways, we do it, okay? Through doing chanting, through reading the scriptures, we make sure that we remember Lord Krishna every day, okay? So these stories also you had discussed in your katha sessions, okay, of Jatayu, okay, even in Lord Rama, he had helped Lord Ram, okay, while Mata Sita was being kidnapped by Ravan, remember? So Jatayu, he tried his level best to save Lord Sita Mata. And there was this story of Ajamil also, which you must have discussed in your Katha sessions, right? So these are examples wherein at the time of death, the person was remembering Lord, okay? So these are the examples. And further, Bhishma Dev also, Bhishma Pitama, at the time of death, okay, he had this ichha mrityu vardhan. Remember, he could only leave his body at his own will. So he was standing on these arrows for so many days. He had witnessed the entire war of the war of Mahabharat. And when he finally left his body, who was in his remembrance at that time? Lord Krishna. Okay, and there was the story of Dhruv Maharaj also. Okay, these are all examples of those who, while they were leaving their body, they were remembering Lord Krishna. Now, there's one more shlok here. This one, anyone else? Someone else who has not recited till now? Did everyone switch on your videos? Yes, Asha, you will do this, okay? After me. Just try.
Yes, ma'am.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo
Aham sarvasya prabhavo
mattha sarvam pravartate
mattam sarva prabhardate
iti matva bhajante mam
iti matva bhajante ma
buddha bhava samanvitah.
buddha bhava samanvitah.
Okay. So the translation of this shlok is, I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. So this is what we discussed in super consciousness when we were taking the session on super consciousness, that Lord Krishna, okay, he is the source of everything. He is the creator of everything, and everything emanates from me, meaning everything everything gets their energy from me, okay? And the person who knows this is wise, the wise who perfectly know this engage my devotional service and worship me. So the person who has accepted and who knows this truth, what do? They perform their activities in such a way like it is a service to Lord Krishna. Okay, they do not do it for themselves, but they do it for Lord Krishna. Each activity becomes a kind of service. Okay, Mother Yashoda saw whole creation in Krishna's mouth. This is an example, right? That how Lord Krishna, he is the source and creator of everything. And then he is lying there, and there's all these multiverse, other universes. Like, we don't have just the Milky Way galaxy, there are so many other galaxies also, right? So these are all the multiple universes. We know just one universe, but there are many universes, okay? And here we can see that how he's there in every creature, not just in human beings, but in plants, animals, in everything, okay? So these were the shloks which we had discussed in the, up till now, actually. Up till now, whatever shloks, whatever topics we have discussed, everything has been revised. Now, if you have any doubt from any session, okay, like from the first session, E-gurukul, meditation, karma, ghost, anything you have any doubt, or from today's one, you can ask, okay? So Anaga has a doubt. We'll take it quickly because from 7 p.m. you will have your special Kartik Mass class also, right? Yes, Anaga, say. You can unmute yourself. Anyone else has a question? I'm trying to unmute you, Anaga, but yes, you are on unmute now.
What?
Do you have a question?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, Ashobhya and Atharva.
On the video. Ma'am, so why is there like this extra special class?
That is there because see this current month, right? This is known as the Kartik Mass. Okay, this is a very special month, and you will know what are the special qualities of this particular month. That is why these sessions are being provided so that you know the importance of this particular month that is going on currently.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, it's Lord Krishna's favorite month.
Okay, ma'am. What is Kartik Mass?
Kartik Mass, it's the name of this month, and that is why these sessions are being taken. You will know in detail. You know, if I go on to explain now, it will be a very long explanation. So to understand this, what is Kartik Mass, what is the importance, what you should do during this time period, that is why these sessions are taken. It's just for half an hour after this year from 7 to 7:30. So you can attend. And in that session also, you know, if
Gita quest just joined.
yes. Next, Lakshita.
But I have another class, that's why I cannot join.
Okay, if you have a different class, and what you can do, you can see the recording. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, Lakshita, you had it out.
And you showed us Hiranyakaspa Vidhi and Kamsa Vidhi you showed us, right? I could not understand it as you were mute in that time.
Okay, what I was saying at that time was that, you know, just before that, we had recited the shlok wherein Lord Krishna says that whenever there is too much of sinful activities and a decline of rightful activities, I descend, right? I myself descend. So,
Hare
yes,
Krishna, Mataji, Sari Pranam. Mataji, can we take doubt in the chat box or they can DM me?
okay, yeah, we're running out of time, right?
Okay. Hare Krishna,
Okay.
Sada Pranam.
Okay. Okay. So I'll just complete your doubt. Okay. So in that that example was just that how Lord Krishna came in the form of Hiranyakashyap and then he killed, you know, how he came in the form of Narsimha and he killed Hiranyakashyap and Kans also. So that was the example actually. Okay. The remaining doubts you can message. Okay, since you have class further. And yeah, we will again meet for the Bhagavad Gita session on Tuesday. Okay, with a new topic now. Up till here, whatever topics we had discussed, it's all revised. Okay. You can all also now learn the shloks that we have learned, we have discussed till now. Okay. All right. Over to you, Shilpi Mataji.
If it's done, we can end this session.
Yeah, so we'll end the session here. All of you can join your next special session on Kartik Mass. Okay. Hare Krishna.